sound of a gasser banging through the gears as it makes a pass? Do you want that same feeling in your streetcar or truck? We've got the exhaust systems and parts that bring that iconic rumble straight from the golden age of drag racing. With a quick-time performance electronically controlled exhaust system, you can have race car loud with a flip of a switch or a push of a button. Give your ride that gasser sound it deserves.
Where'd you come from? Yeah, where'd I come from? Where'd you come
Because Barry was supposed to run Marlin short. Another bye run. He was supposed to be running against Tony Turner. This is Alan Pittman, the grave digger. Beautiful machine here. A lot of these guys that used to run Pro Mod and drag radios, the 10.5 stuff, and all this stuff, like Ken Rainwater, and they're hitting the gassers and having a ball. Eliminate all the electronic stuff and drop the clutch and grab the gears. Alan Pittman going to be going against Greg Stels in the next round, as both of those have guys for competition not showing up here in Rock. All over the track. Okay, if you want to test and tune after first round, you need to go into lane 7. Test and tune cars, lane 7. Test and tune cars, lane 7. If you want to make a test and tune run, lane 7. Lane 7 for test and tune cars. Okay, Barry Lynn and Leslie Horn, Chick Magnet, Little Red Wagon coming out. Winner gets Ray Ballou next round. Barry Lynn out of Greer, South Carolina, going into the quick time performance lane. Leslie Horn. Leslie won the Seagas World Championship in 2019. Won the A-Gas World Championship 22 and 24. Test and tune cars, lane number 7, lane 7 for test and tune cars. Barry over here in the quick time performance lane. Leslie in the Race Motorsports Insurance lane. Barry was supposed to be running Marlin Short in a short tempered car. Greg Stelzka, he'll be running Alan Pittman in the next round. Ben Christopher was the #1 qualifier, and he's current points leader. He'll be going against Brad Henry, the Wild Child Willis, in the next round. And there will be a rerun between Barry Lynn and Leslie Horn, a malfunction on the tree. So those guys will be getting ready to see who's going to be running against Ray Ballou. But there will be a rerun between Barry Lynn and Leslie Horn. Anyone wanting to make a test and tune run, bring them into the lane 7. Okay, Mike Blackwell, the Thunderstruck 55 Thunderbird coming up now. This is one of my test and tune cars. He'll be running tomorrow, as we'll run a whole new program tomorrow. We're finishing up our Knoxville race right now. Test and tune. This is Mike Blackwell out of Campobello, South Carolina, the 55 Thunderbird called Thunderstruck. Good run for Blackwell in the Thunderstruck car. Anybody want to make another test and tune run? While it's kind of quiet and waiting for some test and tune cars to come in, we'll be going back into our Super Stock C and all this stuff later. We want to wish a happy 55th birthday to Gary Buckwald. Thank you for spending your birthday weekend here with us at Rockingham Dragway. Mr. Gary Buckwald, 55 years old, double nickel. Happy birthday, Gary. So in second round is going to be Ben Christopher against Brad Henry. The Happy Days car against Wild Child. Alan Pittman against Greg Stales. Ken Rainwater against Barry Adler. And going to have a rerun between Leslie Horn and Barry Land to see who runs Ray Ballou. That's an A-gas. Ted McGee will have a bye in B-gas, and Michael Oden will run Mark Jones. And Charlie Lee will run Kelvin Cannon in B-gas. And in C-gas, second round is going to be Todd Oden, the big 58 Delray. Then Jimmy Huff's going against Tony Tagenhorst. Tony Tagenhorst out of Columbian, Ohio, in his 65 Chevy 2 with a Ross Racing engine. Somebody asked him his blood type. He said cold-blooded. Then Jeff Jones and the Renegade going to be going against Randy Kiefer. And Jaron Purdue and the Ghost of Fulton's Pass will have a bye as Dan Hogan, the flat-out Ford, did not make the trip. Jaron, my 25 C-Gas world champion, and that 62 four-door Chevy 2 wagon. And in Super Stock, it's going to be Jerry Dean going against Kenny Phillips. Rob Walden will have a bye. Tony Nelsadowski going against Don Wilmot. Being second round in Super Stock as we are concluding our Knoxville race here at Rockingham Dragway tonight. Tomorrow will be a whole new day and a whole new program. Anybody wanting to make a test and tune hit? I see Mr. 109 races, I think it is, in a row with one win, and that's at Greer, South Carolina. And we're going to be going there September the 12th, so maybe Ernie might break that streak. He might win another one at Greer. Our next race is going to be over in Knoxville, North Carolina on the 22nd of August. That's going to be at Farmington Dragway. And then, like I say, the 12th, we go to Greer Dragway. Then in October, it's Cruising the Coast Week and a doubleheader down at Gulfport Dragway, the 9th and 10th of October, and wind up our 26th racing season up in Shelby, North Carolina at Shadyside Dragway the 31st of October. Halloween night, tricks for some, treats for others, is what crown all of our champions in all of our classes. Saturday night special. The Wings, etc. Machine Ernie Smith 109 consecutive races with one win. Ernie over in the quick time performance lane. While we're waiting on some cars down for coming test and tune, I'd like to thank our 26 sponsors for Southeast Gassers. G-Force Transmission, Mr. Roby Myrick. Summit Racing. Molly Motorsports sponsoring our trophies. Larice Motorsports Insurance, they sponsor the left lane. The Quick Time Performance lane is sponsoring the right lane. Mortgage Option is the winner's circle. Mickey Thompson Tires and Wheels. Round Clutches. Gasser Gear, Mr. Stephen Smith and Holly. Not really sure they're set up. I saw them come in earlier. They were on this side of them. They're set up, but make sure you stop by the Gasser's Gear tent and check out. Get you a poster for here and pick you up a T-shirt and some Gasser Gear before you leave here at Rockingham Dragway. I'm sure he's got a neat poster here for our first time at the Rock. Also, ARP Automotive Racing Products for the live feed. Bullet Cams for the Points Fund. Greer Roofing, one of our sponsors that comes on there up in close to Greer, South Carolina. Been in service in the Carolinas since 1993, providing premium residential and commercial roofing. Their commitment to quality, craftsmanship, and local expertise and exceptional customer service has made them a trusted choice for homeowners. That's Greer Roofing. For all your roofing needs, they've got you covered. Ben Helms, the Pucker Time car, going to come out and make the hit. Going to do a little track prep.
When you've grown up in this sport and your family has spent over 80 years standing behind racers, you know what's at stake. It's not just the car, it's everything behind it. Larice Insurance started with my great-grandfather, and my grandfather began our racing legacy. We've experienced how common insurance falls short, slow quotes, excessive exclusions, and a drawn-out claims process. That's why me and my dad set out a mission to reshape insurance for the motorsports industry. We provide broader coverage, a knowledgeable team, and we give back to the industry by sponsoring races and hosting racer appreciation parties. Race cars, trailers, equipment, and fuel. Most policies exclude at least one of these. Larice doesn't.
The difference with Larice isn't just a policy, it's knowing that you're actually covered before something happens. Other companies will try to use standard auto policies or collector car policies to make racing work. And that's where we're different. We actually use a policy that's built specifically around motorsports racing. So drag racing, circle track, and road course. And what sets us apart is we're covering the race cars, the trailers, the tools and equipment, the pit vehicles, and your motorhomes. And we cover them while they're in storage, in transit, or at the race facility itself. Racers shouldn't think about what could go wrong. They should be thinking about one thing: winning.
Larice Motorsports Insurance, coverage built by racers for racers.
Good run for Helms. Like Quayne Stott. I see John Lydick going to make a hit down there. The 2006 Pro Mod World Champion and the man that got this all started, Quayne Stott, who started the Southeast Gassers Association back in 2012. The Falcon he's been working on. He decided to debut it here at Rockingham Dragway this weekend with us. I see Leslie down here waiting on Barry Lynn now. Yeah, they're out there getting him into the beams. Everybody wanting to get these shots. They've been making some pretty good runs from what I've been. He's going to be in the hunt tomorrow. From what I've seen so far, he's going to be right there in the hunt. John Lydeck, the high-strung 57 Chevrolet out of Warner Robins, Georgia, pulls into the quick time performance lane.
Racing equipment. From the store, the catalog, or online, you can get your street rod, hot rod, personal ride, and even race car, including a Southeast Gassers Association ride, ready for action. Build with Summit Racing Equipment.
Love the sound of a gasser banging through the gears as it makes a pass? Do you want that same feeling in your streetcar or truck? We've got the exhaust systems and parts that bring that iconic rumble straight from the golden age of drag racing. With a QuickTime Performance electronically controlled exhaust system, you can have race car loud with the flip of a switch or a push of a button. Give your ride that gasser sound it deserves.
Tap, tap. Who's there? Ice cold beer. Because at Wings, etc., cold beer is always on tap.
Looking for a forged piston kit for your vehicle? You need Molly Motorsport Power Pack. What is Power Pack? It's the ultimate forged piston kit that comes complete with pistons, performance file fit rings, hot string steel pins, and clips, all engineered to work together, so all you have to do is build something great. Find your Power Pack at mollymotorsport.com.
Whether it's tires for your off-roading application, your street rod, and certainly the world of drag racing, from junior dragsters to the popular ET Drag Slick, which some of the top competitors in the Southeast Gassers Association drag racing use to perform at a high level, it is Mickey Thompson, and high performance being synonymous for over decades. Those Mickeys are sticky. Get stuck with high performance with Mickey Thompson. Harbin's Mechanical serves Atlanta, Georgia, and its metro area. From the big jobs downtown to the jobs in your hometown of the suburbs, they are your number one source for your HVAC and refrigeration needs in Atlanta and its metro area. Stay cool in Hotlanta with Harbin's Mechanical Services.
I'm usually more of an eater than a speaker, but I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to weekly specials on ice-cold beer, tankers, and taps. Here's to the interweb and being a clickety-clack away from smoked rib tips, jumbo shrimp, and world-famous wings. Congratulations, Wings Etc. You make any day special.
Stock and C gas. Second round, I need you to the lanes. Super stock and C gas, I need you to the lanes. I need super stock, second round, super stock. I need Jerry Dean and Kenny Phillips, Rob Walden, Tony Dalsadowski, and Don Wilmot. I need you to the lanes. C gas, I need you to the lanes for second round. I need Todd Oden, Jimmy Huff's already down there, Tony Tagenhorst, Jeff Jones, Randy Kiefer, and Jaron Purdue. I need you to the lanes for second round. Okay, well, this is going to be the rerun. Winner runs Ray Ballou. Okay, Barry Lynn over in the Quick Time Performance lane. Leslie over in the Reese Motorsports Insurance lane. Winner going against Ray Ballou. Superstock and Seagas, and easy to the lanes for second round. Superstock and Seagas. What we're fixing to start with once we get back underway is going to be second round of our Knoxville race. We just concluded running first round of B gas and A gas, having issues with the Little Red Wagon and Leslie Horn. Something going on with the tree. They're working on that right now. But when we get back to racing, it will be super stock second round from our Knoxville race. It's going to be Jerry Dean and Kenny Phillips, the last Rebel 2 and Street Legal. Rob Walden, the Strychnine car, will have a bye. And Tony Nelzadowski, the Public Enemy 56, and Don Wilmot. Okay, we're about to start. First run of second round from our Knoxville race. Going to be Jerry Dean in the quick time performance lane, which is the right lane here at Rockingham Dragway. Kenny Phillips, the street legal car, he is in the Larice Motorsports Insurance lane, which is the left lane here at Rockingham Dragway. So everything out from here, unless we're doing test and tune, will be eliminations, and we'll be letting you know that is eliminations. So this is Super Stock second round, first run of second round. Jerry Dean going to advance into the next round where he'll run Rob Walden. So now Sadowski going to get the buy run as Wilmot not making the call. Rob Walden has the buy run. He'll run Jerry Dean next round. 100.5 if you want to tune in on your FM dial as we're getting a mile per hour fixed in the left lane, the Larice Motorsports lane. All right, the concession stand is open. Also, the bar is open for you guys that have already lost for today. Just a little bit more of working on some wiring issues on the mile per hour on the left lane up there. We're back to resuming our second round eliminations from our Knoxville Racing Superstock as soon as they get everything squared away. C Gas, second round from Knoxville, who should be in the lanes. B Gas and A Gas, you're on standby as we're trying to conclude for a second round of Superstock. Okay, now we're going into first run of Sea Gas from our Knoxville race. It's going to be Todd Oden, the number 1 qualifier. He outrun Alan Lovely in Knoxville. As at our Knoxville race, we had run first round of Super Stock and first round of Sea Gas before the rains came. And he'll run the winner between Tony Tagenhorst, the Wasted Wages car out of Ohio, or Jimmy Huff, the Hoopy Wagon out of Loganville, Georgia, or in the Lawrenceville, Loganville, Georgia area. B-Gas cars, I need you to the lanes. B-Gas, second round, B-Gas, I need you to the lanes. It's going to be Ted McKee. He's already down there. Michael Oden and Mark Jones, Kelvin Cannon, and Charlie Lee. Tony Tagenhorst. Out of Columbian, Ohio, the 65 Chevy 2. That Ross Racing engine under the hood. He's in the quick time performance lane. Jimmy Huff. The Hoopy Wagon. That Jimmy Huff horsepower under the hood. He's over in the Larice Motorsports Insurance lane. As we continue with second round of Sea Gas. I need B-Gas cars. B-Gas, I need you to the lanes. B-Gas. Tony Tagenhorst takes it to the house and takes the win. Where he'll run Todd Oden next round. And he'll have lane choice there. Actually, next pair up. And winner is going to go against Jaron Purdue as Dan Hogan did not make the trip here to Rockingham. He was supposed to run against Jaron Purdue. Got Jeff Jones in the Renegade. Going against Randy Kiefer, the Spine Tingler 56 Pontiac wagon here in the quick time performance lane. Jones over there in the Larice Motorsports Insurance lane. B-Gas cars, I need you to the lane. B-Gas, A-Gas, you're on standby. Need Ted McKee, Michael Oden, Mark Jones, Charlie Lee, and Kelvin Cannon. Randy Kiefer. Going to take the win as Jeff Jones backing out of the beams. And Kiefer's going to go into the next round. where he'll go against Jaron Purdue. And speaking of Jaron Purdue, here he comes. A ghost to Fulton Pass in the 62 four-door Chevy two-wagon. The car has won 3 championships with 3 different drivers. He was our 25 C-Gas World Champion. He's out of Peebles, Ohio. Well, that Gene Fulton horsepower under the hood. Leslie Horn took this car and won the 2019 C-Gas World Championship. Larry Floyd won the championship with it. A-Gas cars. I need you to the lane. A-Gas. I need Ben Christopher and Brad Henry, Alan Pittman and Greg Stelz, Ken Rainwater and Barry Adler, Ray Ballou and Leslie Horn. A good run. He is the current record holder in C-Gas, and a good run right there for him. So if we get later in the rounds, he may probably go and dip on down, leaving lower. B-Gas drivers be getting loaded up. A-Gas, I need you to the lanes. I need Ben Christopher and Brad Henry, Alan Pittman, Greg Stelz, Ken Rainwater, Barry Adler, Ray Ballou, and Leslie Horn. A-Gas, second round. Ted had a bye in the first round as his competitor, Tim Lale, the Dream Chaser car, did not make the trip. And the way the ladder fell, he has a bye now, so he's into the semis where he'll run over Mark Jones. And that's going to be our next pair up. And then it's going to be a pair of Tennessee cars, Charlie Lee and Kelvin Cannon. A-Gas, I need you to the lanes. A-Gas, Ben Christopher and Brad Henry, Alan Pittman and Greg Stelz, Ken Rainwater and Barry Adler, Ray Ballou and Leslie Horn will be the pairings. Need A-Gas second round from Knoxville. Good run there. Who did that where he'd have a lane choice. It's either going to be Mark Jones in that 37 mini quick 3 or the double down of Michael Oden, who he runs against. And they're coming out now. Mark Jones, the little mini quick 337 Chevrolet going into the Larice Motorsports insurance lane out of Elizabeth, Arkansas. Oden out of the Birmingham, Alabama area. He is in the quick time performance lane. Winner gets Ted McGee for Rocky Top Racing. Going to be Michael Oden against Ted McGee. Kelvin Cannon over there in the Larice Motorsports insurance lane. Charlie Lee in the quick time performance lane. Winner goes to the finals, as they'll have a bye in the next round. So now we move into the second round of A-gas from our Knoxville race. Not really sure who's going to be the first pair out, but Ben Christopher will be going against Brad Henry. Alan Pittman against Greg Stelz. Ken Rainwater against Barry Adler, and Ray Ballou against Leslie Horn. Looks like it's going to be Rainwater and Adler. I see Adler's crew coming out. Rainwater, that instigator car, made a very impressive run first round. It's going to be Barry Adler out of Moore, South Carolina. Here in that 63 split window called Iron Eagle over there in the Race Motorsports Insurance lane. Ken Rainwater, the instigator, out of Kimberly, Alabama. He's over in the Quick Time Performance lane. This is round 2 of our Knoxville A-Gas race. The winner of this will get either Ray Ballou or Leslie Horn in the next round. Then Pittman and Stelz will pair up to see who's going to run Christopher or Henry to get down to the 4 cars. There's crew guys earn their keep in there sometimes. Ken Rainwater, wheels up, start, the instigator. Good side-by-side run, but the instigator is going to be going into the next round. Coming up next, going to be Ben Christopher and Brad Henry. Ben Christopher has won our last 2 races, trying to make it 3 in a row. Already got a bounty on his head. He won Woodstock and he won our Brainerd race. Number 1 qualifier for a Knoxville event, but he's got a Knoxville driver, the 41 Willis of Brad Henry here in the Quick Time Performance lane that he's going to have to outrun. Ben Christopher. It's what you call taking 880 foot on a 660 foot track. Was it a song called Take the Long Way Home? But Ben Christopher, and he's going to run either Greg Stelson or Alan Pittman. Greg Stelson out of Waupaca, Wisconsin, that 57 Pontiac called the Joker. They've been racing with us since 23. They run with the Midwest Gassers, and has been joined our Southeast Gassers family. Been making that trip. Runs a Greg Speed Shop over in Wisconsin. Puts a lot of videos out. Fits right in with our Southeast Gassers family. Alan Pittman, former pro mod driver here in the Quick Time Performance Lane. In the Grave Digger, too. He had the little Willis that he run last year, but switched to this car and is really going to making rounds. So this is going to be a good run right here to see who's going to be running against Ben Christopher in the semis. Going to be, who's it going to be? Upper end, Greg Stales. Greg Stales taking that win on a hole shot. A whole shot win right there as he did not run the ET that that's like I say, you got to drive from the whole thing there. He made a good run right there, and Stell's going to be going against Ben Christopher. He won that right there on the starting line. So Leslie Horn, the Chick Magnet, is going against Ray Ballou. Winner gets Ken Rainwater. Leslie Horn going to have, I don't know if I think he may have lane choice over Rainwater. So it's going to be Leslie Horn and Ken Rainwater, Ben Christopher, and Greg Stales. Now, Rainwater will have the bye. Okay, we're going to go into test and tune mode now. As that concludes second round. We're down to the semis in all of our classes. Test and tune for all the drivers that are in the lanes. Alan Platt, the Georgia Shaker AFX car coming out. Brad DeBreeze Wimberly out of McDonough, Georgia. We'll have to wait and see if Allen makes it off the other end down there. Test and tune, guys. If y'all want to make a pass and you're not still in the Knoxville race, put them in the lanes. Good run for Brad. He'll be in B gas tomorrow, as this man right here will as well. Won the B gas World Championship in 24 and then did not run a full season in 25 where Rainwater won the championship. Daniel Haynes, the Patriot, out of Inman, South Carolina, is in the quick time performance lane. Good run for Daniel, first time. Todd Blackwell out of Campobello, South Carolina, won the B-Gas World Championship in 2018 and then switched to the A-Gas. Quite a bit of success in A-Gas. Is always a contender whenever it comes up. Little 65 Chevy 2. Little oil on the track, doing a little cleanup and go over what we're going to be, who we're going to be seeing paired up into the next round. Ben Christopher and Greg Stels will be paired up. Ken Rainwater and Leslie Horn in A-Gas. Then Ted McGee and Michael Oden will pair up and run to see who's going to be going against Charlie Lee. That's in B-Gas. Then Todd Oden and Tony Tagenhorst pair up in C-Gas in the semis. Randy Kiefer and Jaron Purdue, the two winners, go to the finals. Jerry Dean's going to run Rob Walden in that 63 Biscayne in the next round to go see who's going to go in against Tony Nelzadowski. Got some more test and tune here while we give these cars time to cool down. Doing a little track cleanup here. Todd Blackwell going to make a test and tune run. Quayne Stott, the Executioner 3. Damn. Good run there for Quayne. That dog gonna hunt. I guarantee you, he gonna be problems tomorrow. They got the main man Tom down there. You went down there too. You twisted the right knobs right there, buddy. I guarantee you, Quayne gonna come back. He gonna be like a little bandy rooster running around down there. Here comes Dean Jonas, the Foley and Jonas Agent Orange car. Any more cars want to test and tune? I've still got 3 more down there. Dean making a good run. Oh, he gonna be right there. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting in A-Gas, guys. They ain't gonna be happy when he gets. Here comes Bill Revels, the Canton, North Carolina-based '63 Comet, called Black Betty. Mousy getting him into the beams over there. Got John Lydeck and Ernie Smith back here. Anybody else want to make a test and tune run? Here comes Zach Evans. He's back there. Good run for Bill. Ernie Smith, C-Gas car, coming up next. Ernie's going to get over in that left-hand lane. The wings, etc. Priority heating and air, 4-door Chevy 2. Okay, I need super stock and C gas. Super stock and C gas semis, I need you to the lanes. Super stock and C gas, I need you to the lanes. Need Todd Oden and Tony Tagenhorst, Randy Kiefer and Jaron Purdue and C gas, Jerry Dean and Rob Walden and Tony Nelsonowski and super stock. C gas and super stock semis, I need you to the lanes. John Lydek, the Warner Robins based 57 Chevrolet over in the Reese Motorsports Insurance lane. I need super stock and C gas semis to the lanes, please. Super stock and C gas semis. Concession stand is open for you racers that are already out and are not planning on making a test and tune run. The bar is open. Zach Evans, the Avenger. Super stock and C gas semis, I need you to the lane. Super stock and C gas semis. Heath Adams out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, brings the Rusty Bullet 53 Chevrolet. He's in the quick time performance lane. Super stock and C gas semis, I need you to the lanes. Heath making a good run. He actually won our last event last year at Shadyside. Ronnie Jones, the Crimson and Clover car. Out of around Birmingham, Alabama. Super stock and C gas. I've got 2 C gas. I have no super stock. Here comes Todd Oden. Kiefer's already here. Need Jaron Purdue. Here comes Jerry Dean. Kenny Phillips out of Campbell, South Carolina, the Street Legal Superstock car. Need Tony Nelzadowski, Superstock. Need you to the lanes. And I need Jaron Purdue. There comes Jaron. I need Tony now. Good run for Kenny Phillips. A good run there for the street legal car. Barry Lynn. B-Gas cars. B-Gas, I need you to the lanes. B-Gas, I need Ted McKee, Michael Oden, and Charlie Lee. Semis for B-Gas. Ted McKee, Michael Oden, and Charlie Lee. B-Gas semis. Good run for Barry. B-gas semis. Start making your way to the lanes.
We've experienced how common insurance falls short, slow quotes, excessive exclusions, and a drawn-out claims process.
We actually use a policy that's built specifically around motorsports racing, so drag racing, circle track, and road course. We're covering the race cars, the trailers, the tools and equipment, the pit vehicles, and your motorhomes. And we cover them while they're in storage, in transit, or at the race facility itself.
Larice Motorsports Insurance, coverage built by racers for racers.
Whether it's tires for your off-roading application, your street rod, and certainly the world of drag racing, from junior dragsters to the popular ET Drag Slick, which some of the top competitors in the Southeast Gassers Association drag racing use to perform at a high level. It is Mickey Thompson and high performance being synonymous for over decades. Those Mickeys are sticky. Get stuck with high performance with Mickey Thompson.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for whatever you build. To get the best performance, always follow ARP's installation instructions included with the product. For the latest torque specs, go to arpinstructions.com.
I'm usually more of an eater than a speaker, but I'd like to propose a toast. Here's to weekly specials on ice-cold beer, tankers, and taps. Here's to the interweb and being a clickety-clack away from smoked rib tips, jumbo shrimp, and world-famous wings. Congratulations, Wings Etc. You make any day special.
Racing equipment. From the store, the catalog, or online, you can get your street rod, hot rod, personal ride, and even race car, including a Southeast Gassers Association ride, ready for action. Build with Summit racing equipment.
Big 63 Biscayne over there in the Race Motorsports Insurance lane. Little Chevy 2 in the Quick Time Performance lane. Winner gets Tony Nelzadowski, the little 56 Chevrolet out of Alabama. Jerry Dean. So it's going to be an Alabama final. Going to be an Alabama final in super stock. Going to be the number 3 man in points going against the number 1 man in points. A-Gas, semis in each of the lanes. Ben Christopher and Greg Stells, Ken Rainwater, and Leslie Horn, A-Gas semis in each of the lanes. B-Gas should already be down there. Ted McGee and Michael Oden and Charlie Lee. As we move into C-Gas. Todd Oden and Tony Tagenhorst. But first, going to be Randy Kiefer and Jaron Purdue coming out. Jaron Purdue, the 25 C-Gas World Champion, is going to take the Quick Time Performance lane. Pair of station wagons going at it here. 56 Pontiac wagon against a 62 4-door Chevy 2 wagon. A-Gas. Ben Christopher and Greg Stells, Ken Rainwater, and Leslie Horn. Need you to the lanes, guys. Sun getting completely off the track. They're about to go turn some lights on. I got a feeling the ETs are going to go down as the sun goes down. Jaron Purdue, quick time performance lane. Drives away and takes the win. He's going to run either Tony Tagenhorst. That would really be interesting to see an All-Alabama final in Superstock, then an All-Ohio final in C-Gas. But Tony's got to go against the man that's leading the points, Todd Oden, that big 58 Del Rey out of Alabama, the big double X. Tony Tagenhorst with that Ross Racing engine, 302 cubic inch small box Chevy out of Columbian, Ohio. Peebles, Ohio, Jaron Purdue just won, so it's going to be at least one Ohio car in the finals in C-Gas. B-Gas going to be coming up next. I need my A-Gas cars. Here comes the instigator himself, Ken Rainwater, in. He'll be running against Leslie, Ben, and Greg will be going. It's going to be an all Ohio final. Tagenhorst outrun him, and he went red, but he outrun him ET-wise as well. So it's going to be an interesting final in C-Gas. Both out the Ohio boys going at it. Tony Tagenhorst and Jaron Purdue. Coming out next, going to be B-Gas. Could it be an all-Tennessee final in B-Gas? Because Ted McGee, he's from Tennessee, Lenore City, Tennessee. Michael Oden, the son of Todd Oden, who just went out from Alabama, could be a spoiler because Charlie Lee back there, he's from Sparta, Tennessee. All my A-gas cars are down now. Ted McGee. Ted McGee going to be all Tennessee final. So we got an all Alabama final in Superstock, all Ohio final in C gas, all Tennessee final in B gas. And if Ben Christopher and Leslie Horn could win, it would be all South Carolina final in A gas. But that's yet to be decided, as Charlie Lee. He's going to come out here and see what he can run. He wants lane choice against Ted McGee. They've both chose to run in the quick time performance lane. Don't forget the concessions are open and the bars open as well. Ted McGee going to have the lane choice by the quicker ET, but it's all going to be an all Tennessee final in B gas. Then we got Alabama going against South Carolina, and we got a South Carolina going against the Waupaca, Wisconsin in A gas. Okay, A-gas semis coming out. Ken Rainwater, the instigator out of Kimberly, Alabama. He goes into the quick time performance lane. He's going against Leslie Horn. Leslie over in the Race Motorsports Insurance lane. This is going to be a good run right here. Sun is off the track. Could very well be one right there on the starting line. So neither one of them wants to go in and stage. Getting down to the real nitty-gritty. Winner goes to the finals. He'll either go red or blue. No, he got three. Leslie Horn. Leslie Horn just run the fastest ET of the afternoon. He just throwed down the gauntlet right there because pretty much dead even on the tree, but Leslie, the chick magnet, done drove away from Rainwater. Rainwater run the slowest time of the afternoon. So it very well could be an all South Carolina final because coming up now, the man leading the points won the last two races, goes to lunch every day with Leslie Horn. That's Ben Christopher in the Happy Days car. He's in that quick time performance lane. He's going against the Waupaca, Wisconsin-based 57 Pontiac. That's Greg Stels over there in the Reese Motorsports Insurance lane. He's the only thing standing between being all South Carolina final. Fastest time of the afternoon, just been running the left lane. Greg Stealth, I'm sure he's going to be loaded for bear here. Yeah, he's... Going to be an all-side. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ben Christopher driving toward the center line and didn't want to do that. So it's going to be an all-South Carolina final in A-Gas, all-Tennessee final in B-Gas, all-Ohio final in C-Gas, and an all-Alabama final in Superstock. So it's all set for the finals in all of our classes. Got some cars down here in the lane. It's going to be a little test and tuning. But that's all set. Be Horn and Christopher in the finals.
All right, we're doing some testing tuning. Want to let everybody know the concession stands are open. The bar's open. Right behind the aluminum grandstands over there. One of the few tracks with a full-service bar, music, going over there right behind the main metal grandstands on the pit side. Come over and join us. We got the finals and everything coming up here. And just a little bit, we're going to do some testing tuning. So go over and get you. We got some rock merchandise too. Make sure you get your official rock T-shirts, hats, and all. It's all available right now over at the On the Rocks bar. So say you was here at the Rock. Yeah, got some all new merchandise. Should be over there tomorrow. We'll have our apparel room open downstairs below this bottom floor of the tower. We'll have it open tomorrow. Get all your official rock merchandise. Right now it's test and tune, and we'll be back with our finals coming up here in about 30-45 minutes. In the meantime, whoa, hang on, big dog. That's what we like. Southeast Gassers in town this weekend. No electronics, 3 pedals, shifting gears. That's what it's all about. Southeast Gassers in town. So tomorrow, same time, we got a whole new show tomorrow. Starts tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. Going to make evenings since it's summertime. We're going to do some evening and night racing tomorrow. This is the finishing up of a previous race from Knoxville. Yeah, but we will have an all brand new race tomorrow, complete with all of our classes. We got more cars coming tomorrow too, and also because this is the remaining cars left in our Knoxville event that was rained out previously. So we're doing it tonight, and we'll have all brand new car. Look at this beautiful thing right here. A Gasser. Beautiful hot rod. Anyway, bars open. Got concessions open over there on the pit side. Go over and get you something good to eat, cool to drink, and watch some killer racing. Southeast Gassers all weekend long here at the Rock.
Thank you, Jim. Alan Platt coming up next by AFX car. Be a battle tomorrow between the Georgia Shaker and the Dixie Twister in our AFX exhibition. Back like it was back in the days, brother against brother. Anybody want to make a test and tune run that's still not in eliminations, bring it on down. It's going to be interesting finals in all the classes. Like I say, all Alabama final in Super Stock, all Ohio final in C Gas. Tony Tagenhorst, I talked to him earlier and all this stuff, and he and Jaron Purdue, I guarantee you they were wired 220 right now, knowing that they come down here together and they're going to run in the finals together. You couldn't write a better script. The guys travel all the way from Ohio down here to Rockingham, our first time here at the Rockingham, North Carolina, and you get to run your buddy in the finals. What better could you ask for? They win either way. Bill Revels, the 63 Comet. Talks. He's out of Canton, North Carolina. Any of you guys want to make a test hit? Come on, let's bring them on. We got to let all these cars. We got finals in all of our classes, but we got to give them all time to cool. You got Ben Christopher going to be going against Leslie Horn. Ben got a bounty on him. He's won the last 2 races. He won the Woodstock, Alabama race. Then he won the race up in Brainerd, up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, or Ringo, Georgia. Rumble in Ringo. He won that. And it was the number 1 qualifier in Knoxville. And he's got to run the man himself, Leslie Horn, that chick magnet car. So it's all South Carolina final there, all Tennessee final with Ted McGee and Charlie Lee. Ohio, all of that, and Seagas. That's Rebels running a little bit quicker in that. They made a good pass in the left lane. He run quicker in the right lane. But Leslie Horn, he made the quickest pass of the afternoon in that left-hand lane. So it's going to be kind of hard to tell which lane. I could just about tell that chick mate is probably going to be in that left-hand lane. And he will have lane choice over Ben Christopher. Any of you guys and girls that want to make a pass, and bring them on down for test and tune here. Once again, the Bowl for Life, a Bowl for Life Scholarship Foundation. Chuck Gardner, they're sponsoring the races here at Rockingham this weekend. Go to www.bowlforlife.com. Check it all out. Trying to get $1 million in scholarships for the young people. Get involved in bowling and get them, make them get a higher education. You go to the www.bowlforlife.com. That's www.4life.com, and check out how to apply for a scholarship, how to get involved in being a sponsor for the Bowl for Life Foundation. Heath Adams, a rusty bullet. Alan Lovelady and the Underdog, too. Got several more cars down here wanting to do a test hit before the finals. Concessions are open. The bar is open for all you racers that are out for tonight. One of my little H-gas exhibition cars. Barry Adler. He's the owner of Quick Time Performance. He's in the Quick Time Performance lane in the little Iron Eagle 63 split window Corvette. Okay, anyone here that has a welder, we got a guy that has a housing bracket that needs to be welded on. Anyone has a welder or something close by that we can get the car to it, would really, really help. Okay, I need all finalists in all classes. All finalists in all classes. I need all super stock. I need all C gas, B gas, and A gas finalists to the lanes. I need Ben Christopher and Leslie Horn. Ted McKee and Charlie Lee. Tony Tagenhorst and Jaron Purdue. And Jerry Dean and Tony Nalzadowski. I need these cars to the lanes for the finals in your class. Need all finalists in all classes to the lanes for the finals. Concessions open, the bars open. Yeah, they're bringing him in. Tom's showing where he needs to be. Wayne he's gonna be a threat tomorrow. I wish he had jumped over in this left lane since Leslie went what he went over there, but he's really got this little Falcon flying. When you got a Chevrolet horsepower under the hood, you can't hardly help. That's the way to make a Ford run fast is put a Chevrolet engine in it. Went a little bit quicker, Tom. You got it going right in the right direction there. Need all finalists in all classes. John Lydeck. High-strung 57 Chevrolet out of Warner Robins, Georgia. In the quick time performance lane. Good run for John. Zach Evans coming up next. Need all finalists in all classes to the lanes for the finals, please. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about leaving. There's going to be a party going on. I know there's going to be for the Ohio boys, but the bar is going to be open. They're going to have some music and all. So all you folks that don't run too far, you can come down to the winner's circle and see out all the trophies being given out. But there's going to be a party going on here at the Rock after the racing tonight. Over behind the bleachers on the left side of the track right there. Right behind the metal grandstands, they got the bar. They're going to have music and party going on probably at about 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. I know y'all was running last night to 1 o'clock. Need Ben Christopher and Leslie Horn. You holding up the show. Let's go. Okay, first pair out going to be the finals in Superstock. The trophy's going home to Alabama. Is it going to be Tony Nazadowski or Jerry Dean? Jerry Dean. Looks like he's going into the quick time performance lane. Now Zadowski, the 56 out of called Public Enemy over there in the Race Motorsports lane. Tony Nelsadowski over there in the Larice lane. Jerry Dean in the Quick Time Performance lane. Jerry Dean taking it home. Next going to be Ohio. Tony Tagenhorst and Jaron Purdue. Purdue going to be over in the Quick Time Performance lane. Tagenhorst over there in the Larice Motorsports Insurance lane. These cars were very, very close on ETs in their runs a while ago. So it's pretty much going to be one right here on the start line. Purdue, our 25 C-Gas world champion. Tagenhorst, been racing with us a couple years. Quayne Stott been helping him out a lot. Tagenhorst out on him, but can he drive it? Yes, he does. Tony Tagenhorst picks up his first win. Picked up his first win. I said it's going to be one on the tree, and it was a whole shot win. So Tony Tagenhorst, the wasted wages, he's going to be wasted away tonight. But I guarantee he's going to be over at the bar partying. A great win for Tony Tagenhorst. Okay, this is B-Gas. This is all Tennessee. Ted McKee in the Quick Time Performance lane. Charlie Lee over in the Larice Motorsports Insurance lane. They very well going to be right on the tree, like that last race with Tony Tagging Horse. He run a little bit slower, but I said it's going to be decided on the starting line. That's where it was. So Charlie Lee's going to be trying to nail the tree here. Ted McGee and that Rocky Top Missile. This is actually the Knoxville race. Both these guys from the Knoxville area. One from Lenore City, Tennessee, and the other one from Sparta, Tennessee. Ted McGee drove around him on the upper end up there. Couldn't hold him off. Charlie Lee had him off the tree, but McGee drove around him in that Rocky Top Missile. And then there's one. That's the South Carolina finals. Both from Bowling Springs, South Carolina. So you're talking about state, hometown, all bragging rights right here. They actually go to lunch together every day. And I figured Leslie's going to go back to that Larice Motorsports lane. That's where he run his fastest time. Ben Christopher over here in the quick time performance lane. Leslie to run the fastest time of the night, the last run. Ben Christopher has won the last two races. He's got a bounty, actually got a bounty on his head if Leslie could take him out here. Yeah. But he's believe Leslie going to drive around him. Nope. Ben Christopher, he went the fastest time. Leslie went, he went about the same thing he did last time, but Ben Christopher steps up and goes the fastest time of the afternoon in the finals. That's 3 in a row, sir. So the bounty goes up even more. It'll be going tomorrow. Can somebody take him out tomorrow? He's really been known for anytime we go to a new track that he always wins. So he won here tonight, may do it again tomorrow. So this is going to be a big discussion. Everybody going to be trying it. Thank everybody for coming out tonight. Be careful going home, or you don't have to go home. If you're hanging around here, they got, like I say, over behind the big metal bleachers, they got the track bar is open, going to have music. Party till the cows come home, and they don't get home till about 1 or 2 o'clock. So be careful going back to your hotels, and we'll see you here at Rockingham Dragway tomorrow for the second race at Rockingham.